Hello, and welcome to the Spiritually Divine and Inclined podcast, where everything that we talk about leads under the sky leads right back to the spirit. Today, I just wanted to do a little story time. I want to be a little transparent in my podcast because, like I said, I like to talk about different topics. And today is a story time topic that I feel like I should just share my truth. Okay, so I wanted to speak on the fact I'm not using names because, for one, I don't like to tell my business like that. But energy falls where energy falls at, okay? So, for example, this is for my love bugs that want to change your life and feel like things aren't able, like you're not able to be your authentic self, okay? Because you're people you know in your past or whatever. And a lot of times, the people that you know that are from your past like to put you in that I know you from the past category, right? First of all, nine times out of 10, if you anything like me, people from your past don't even really know you. Like they never really, really took the time out to ask you your favorite color, what you like to eat, what you like to do, what is fun, what is this, that, and the third. Okay. So therefore, I feel like it's just best to be your authentic self. Okay. Once you tap into your inner child to get that true healing, that's when you could be your authentic self. Because you think about it, when you were a child, that's when you were at your best of being authentic and actually being like your true self. You know what I'm saying? So the divine father be wanting you to tap back into your true self, your inner child. And then a lot of us lose ourselves in our inner childs because of the damage and trauma that we went through as a child and growing up. And we hold everything in from childhood until the point that we are at our point of life right now as you are hearing this podcast, whenever you're hearing it. Because whenever you're hearing it, it is meant for you to hear. So therefore, I wanted to give a little story time just to drop a little few gems so that people will be able to understand exactly what I'm talking about. And as I was saying that it was 222 on the clock as I was looking at it. Okay, you guys, so you know it's meant. Okay. Do not turn. I promise you the story time is going to be a little interesting, but yet it's going to make sense. So when I was karmic, I used to have a problem with abandonment. So therefore, everybody that I grew real fond of, I used to have a problem with throughout the years of not wanting to leave them behind because I always saw potential. Like if I saw potential in you, it's like, no, I'm not leaving them behind. You know, like that movie, Not Without My Daughters. No, not without this person. Okay. Not just out without my daughters and my sons and my grandchild. You know what I'm saying? It's like people that I had grown fond of. I felt like that. And of course, you know, that's ex lovers majority of the times or ex family members that you just be like, regardless, you're not going to change. Ex friendships. Okay. Regardless, you're not going to change. I just got to stay away from you because you're holding me down from being, I feel like I can't be my authentic self. I got to feel like I'm walking on eggshells to be my authentic self is something wrong. But yeah, if I talk to you about you changing to your true authentic self, it becomes a problem. You're not ready to heal yet. Okay. It's time to back up. That's how I feel now. Back then, it wasn't like that, you guys. Okay. Remember, like I said, I used to be karmic as well. So y'all got time right now to go grab you up something to smoke on, get you something to drink, your tea, your coffee, your water. Right now, I got me something to drink. My homemade drink of orange slices, cloves, allspice, cinnamon. Um, that's been sitting in my glass for a little while, so confused that I'm a sip on. Okay, but let's start story time. Therefore, like I said at the beginning, I'm not using names. Okay, so we have remember these. Remember these. We have main male. We have the fence male, and we have who I always felt was my divine soulmate counterpart male. Okay. Now, for those that are not on your divine walk to know what that means, like complete path, and you don't even like divine soulmate, kind of your lifetime soulmate, one that you could build with, that you can have the rest of your life. Like y'all both healed enough that y'all can face oncoming disasters together because you know you're not going to traumatize and damage each other because you have unconditional love, loyalty, and trust. And unconditional is going with in front of all those words. You get what I'm saying? In the situation. Not a twin flame, because it's people don't realize there's plenty of twin flames. Twin flames just mean y'all got doggone was born at the same time. Y'all have shared the same qualities of that I supposed to. Excuse me, y'all had a spiritual burp. Sorry. A twin flame mean if I meet my twin flame, I supposed to spark you to want to change. You know what I'm saying? We mirror each other to want to find our true self. So that means if I see, like for example, the main male, I saw him as a twin flame. That don't mean that we were meant to be together. See, I saw that at the late end of the battle. Okay, you guys, I saw it at the late end of the battle. Just because you're my twin flame, that don't mean that we're meant to be together. Some twin flames are just meant to be friends. Some are just come through seasonal. Do you get what I'm saying? Some twin flames actually, you know what I'm saying, are your divine counterpart because y'all still keep that same spark. The difference. There's levels to it, okay? Stay up with me, y'all. The on the fence dude was the part of me where I was starting to face my shadow self when I started to do the deep part of my shadow work, okay? So therefore he mirrored the good and the bad side of me, if that makes sense. The middle, where I was trying to like decide if I want to be good, if I want to be bad. Because he was good, he was bad. Okay. Then my divine soulmate, the lifetime soulmate, I met him and the on the fence guy around the same time. Okay. The false connection soulmate or the twin flame was somebody I had messed with like 3, 4 years, no, about 4 years before I started dating others, if that makes sense, because it was on and off with everybody. I'm just gonna say neither one of these guys ever been my boyfriends, and then the lifetime soulmate, we never was nothing outside of friend zone. Okay, never met, never had actual relations or none of that. Okay, never. See, I had a ding. I know y'all heard that. That was confirmation. Okay, because I had a notification. So check. I used to go between the main male and the on the fence for like on and off 13 years. When I won't messing with one, I was messing with the other because I never, like I said, neither one of them asked me to be their girlfriend. Neither one of them, I was in a real, I'll go with you if we're in a committed relation. Never, none of that, okay? If any of these people know if anybody listening that know who I'm talking about, some people can vouch for it. They gonna be like, well, true. You get what I'm saying? Because I knew they weren't at the situation where I wanted to be at when it came to commitment. Okay. Just like at certain parts, I feared certain aspects of commitments because how my past commitments was. So I still had a couple of more healing spots I had to go through. So boom. To make a long story short, y'all, I always been a seer. Always saw things, always heard spirits talking in my head, and people be like, spirits talking in your head. Yeah, I heard a good version of me and a bad version. And that would get like the spiritual side of stuff. You know, they even made Jimmy the Cricket on the cartoon, the little cricket that's supposed to be in the conscious for uh Pinocchio. You get what I'm saying? Like, or you see Tom and Jerry, you had Tom with the good angel cat, and Tom with the bad and Jerry as well. Like let's be real. So I always been tapped into that part of the aspect. I just never was seriously deep and connected into it because at the time I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to live a worldly life and did I went the YOLO on the negative side. But then after I had started having, I had to have back surgery, which was a major back surgery, and I vowed that I was scared shitless that I was gonna lose my life, and I was like, Daddy, because I call the Divine Father Daddy. My connection is my connection. I can't knock nobody's connection, but that's how don't knock mine. I was like, if you get me through this, I promise I'll change my life. And from then, so on, so forth. And I had my surgery back in 2010. And the actual struggle is real, okay? Okay. So I'm just saying, like, throughout the years of messing with these people on and off, I have been always like that second choice or never a choice at all, right? So I finally got tired, fed up with all three of them around the same time. And I was just like, forget it. I'm going to choose myself. So I started living for myself. I started really healing. I got back in touch with me. I started doing extra stuff that I used to do back in the days that I used to love to do that kept me happy, that kept me sane because I was living an insane life. Thinking you can change a man or a woman is a lie, you guys. You can't change nobody. They got to want to change themselves for the better. Can't make nobody see this from the same point of view as you or anything. Okay. So this is something that I learned out throughout the years. Notice I'm dropping gems. Okay. So the main masculine never asked me to be his. The so called that I thought but I always thought that we was real friends. From my point of view, you guys, I always thought we was real friends. The lifetime soulmate, I always thought we were real friends from my point of view. Okay. The divine middle part of the fence rider dude, the plot twist person that I met in my mind job, I met all three in my karmic years, but like I said, it's levels to it. So I never really was anybody's girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I give it to the main masculine in the energy. He said, he wasn't ready to settle down. Boom. I give him your honesty on that. But yet, y'all, he lied. Okay. I'm going to come back to that. Then the main middle dude, he was like, yeah, Tierra, I'm going to give it to you. Hold on, you guys. Let me hold up. Sorry, you guys. I had to pause. Sorry. But main middle dude was like, yes, here. And you're perfect for as a wife. You'll take care of the house. You'll take care of me. And I know I'll be taking care of it. That's not something I'm looking for right now. Boom. Lifetime soulmate. He used to always tell me, like, yeah, I got love for you. But we never, we respected each other just as friends. Because one of us was always in something, like in a situationship or a relationship or whatever, whatever. So, boom. Moral of the story. Sorry, y'all. I had to light a cigarette. But more of the story is I found out because I always, like I was saying, always been a seer. Always been like that. Like my second, I got four kids. My two oldest by one child's father. My twins by another child's father. But I've been in long term. I'm more of a long term type of relationship type of female. Okay. And that's just me. Okay. So with each one of these baby daddies, I was with them for years. Okay. So even if things didn't go right, sometimes you with people they in your life for a reason. And we grew apart. No love lost. Just I'm not interested in that. Nothing from my past life. Okay. Now, second, I just want y'all to know. Okay. So I do tarot reading other than just the podcast. And I also do tarot reading. Okay. Let me start. Before I started on tarot reading, I always been a person that was a seer. I can see and hear stuff and be telling people. I will warn them, or I will tell them. And I always people be like, "Can't say I'm fake about it," because I always used to be like, "Well, the spirit told me to tell you this, or the spirit said this." Can't nobody never say and take that away from me. I always been like that. Okay, okay. So, because even when I was younger, I used to see spirits. All right, my bestie, my real best friend that know me, like she'll tell you we both was both spiritual. We both used to be out there, but we both had to go through life to understand some things. Okay, and I say we both went through life. We went through some life, and my best friend, I'm gonna give her a hint. She from NYC. Okay, so if she ever listens to my podcast, I love you, girl. You know you my sister, even though we don't talk on the regular because she got grandkids now. Because you know what I'm saying, but. She know I'm telling the truth because I had to call her up one time and be like, girl, I saw like demons flying around in your house. Like, anyway, so she know if she hear this, she know what I'm talking about. But okay, check this out, y'all. So look, I always been a seer or whatever. So I do the tarot cards just because I don't want people to be like, oh, she lying. So when the cards come out and say the same thing that I'm saying, now you know that I'm telling the truth. But honey, let me tell you, I found out the main male and the lifetime soulmate and the on the fence dude was both saying like I was using demons to conversate with the dead and stuff. First of all, I don't know about how y'all believe or what y'all believe in, but I know for a fact I don't communicate with no damn demons unless it's my own. That's y'all problem. If you was healing or healed, you would know first of all part of shadow work, the dark side of shadow work is your goddamn demons. So if you're not communicating with your demons, you're not fucking healed. Okay. Second of all, if you can't control your demons and be like, look, that's not what your job here for to cause conflict, confusion, destruction. It's here to defend the righteous on what or the innocent, that's your problem. You still ain't healed, okay? And second, don't sit up here and say that I'm a dark witch because if I'm praying for people, I don't do no chanting. I don't do no daggone making up concoctions for people to drink and shit unless it's medicine. Yes, I'm a herbalist, I'm a naturalist. That's what a divine person they believe in what God created to heal. That ain't my fault you don't believe in either healing or taking care of yourself. Yet again, you're not healed. You hear what I'm saying? Second, on that situation, I make homemade sprays with natural herbs and fruits and alcohol and essential oils because I put all my ingredients on the not all my herb ingredients on the bottle because I can make different sprays and oils and stuff. But I'm telling you what I'm doing. Y'all use my stuff, but then you gonna say I'm a black witch. Honey bad. If I'm a black witch and I know for a fact I seen the fact that a lot of these people been using spells were doing spell work on me. And I'm talking about in a negative sense, y'all. Not even giving me the audacity or the decency to say, yeah, she be true. They don't even say I truly love from the heart, y'all. They say I do spell work and creating love spells. What? Who the hell create a love spell for a nigga that don't really love you? Where they do that at? Okay. I got a dog, a four-legged dog that I rather feed. I ain't got to have he ain't got to ask me to do certain stuff for him. You get what I'm saying? He ain't gonna lie to me. If anything, he show more affection. You get what I'm saying? I got an 8-year-old grandchild, same thing. Then she asked me for stuff, but she a child. You get what I'm saying? I got my own kid. Other words, I'm not paying no male for that attention to take my time to do some spell work. I don't even, you can't even hire me to do spell work like that. Get out of there. Yeah, I know. I can help you love yourself and call in love. But this is something that you got to learn how to fucking bring the frequency in on your own. Okay. I'm just saying. So, y'all, I'm just saying, when you be your authentic self, don't be afraid to be your authentic self because you're going to have people talk negative stuff. Spell work is talking negative. lying on the person, gossiping on the person. You know what I'm saying? Not damn. If you're gonna gossip on Tierra, at least tell the truth. At least tell the truth. At least be real with the situation. You know what I'm saying? Hold accountability to your weight on what you did in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Stop lying to your one of your extracurricular activities that if y'all not healed, everybody sharing everybody type situations that I this is something that I've been learned. You know what I'm saying? Only healed people want a committed relationship, like a real committed relationship. But yet I got men that still live in karmic lives, dating karmic women that still live in karmic lives. Don't nobody want to heal. Everybody want to get mad because they can't get their way. But I know for a fact y'all throwing spell work my way. Okay. But my ancestors don't play. Okay. Neither does the divine father. Okay. I don't worry about it because this is a knowing that I have. I stand confident and firm and saying because I don't do bullying because I feel like at this point, y'all trying to bully me mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and then all that shit boils over into the physical. And I stand for people that are going through this. Y'all not going to do that no more because it's wrong. Just because people are living their life right and decide they don't want to deal with triggers of trauma anymore, you get mad and try to throw y'all trauma. And a lot of y'all trying to steal spiritually. So if I'm a witch, you damn sure y'all men are damn sure warlocks, and y'all females are damn sure witches too. And like I said, I got 4 or 5 different groups, y'all, that don't even know each other that are doing this to me. And I'm not the only collective that is getting this done. Because in my groups, I'm gonna tell you, my divine counterparts, slash lifetime soulmate, they doing the same spell work they doing to me, they doing to him. I don't know if he's smart enough to acknowledge it being done to him too. But yeah, he getting done over too. You know what I'm saying? I could tell everybody business right now. Cause like I said, I read my energy 3 times a day. I'm a tarot reader. I love my energy, honey. I love me. I have self care. If I have to read, if the ancestors say Tara, read it right then, it's the 8th time of the day. It's my business. Who cares what y'all think? Because when I cared about y'all business, y'all did not care about me. Because the main male left me, y'all, for a karmic situation, and you knew it was a karmic situation. Because if I'm telling you to change your life, that's telling you I'm not karmic. That goes for the lifetime soulmate and the middle fence person, and so forth others, okay? Before I even started changing my life. Look at that. Look at that. That's 2 dings, y'all. That's double confirmation. Double confirmation. People want me to shut up because I'm speaking my truth. Honey, no. Because if I got to hold accountability on my fuck ups and flaws for letting y'all, for me even being in your energy for y'all to fumble me, damn it, y'all gonna take accountability for y'all flaws on being the pieces of SHITs that y'all are. Because if you're doing something in a negative, just be honest. That's being like a piece of shit. I mean, as a person that did, like I said, I used to be karmic. I ain't lying. I done shit. I was young before. I ain't done shit to the point that I put spells and shit on people. And I always told the truth. If a motherfucker was an asshole to me, yeah, dumbass, asshole, dumbass. Like, what the fuck? You're a dumbass. Then people get mad at you because you're telling them how they acting towards you when they triggered you. Nigga, you ain't care how I was gonna respond after you triggered me. So I don't care if you're triggered now. We're just gonna all be fucking triggered and not to heal from some shit. Difference is I really heal from the shit y'all don't. The throw spell work, 24:22 on the clock. It ain't no way. You get what I'm saying? And this goes for everybody that's karmic, and that's everybody that see confirmations all through this message. Everybody can change. Because if I could stay here and say I used to be karmic, I used to be a petty karmic too. Like my motto always been like, I'm gonna do shit so you know it's me, so you'll know you're not gonna play me. And I used to try to aim to hurt your feelings to make you cry, to get acknowledgement. You get what I'm saying? And I ain't even gonna lie, like I said before, just because I'm out dating somebody, that mean I ain't sleeping with somebody. Or that don't mean I am sleeping with somebody. Just don't assume something. But depending on where you stand with me, it's none of your business what I'm doing anyway. Because if I wanted you to be in my life, when I did, you didn't want to be in the situation or title to care or have one of those is your responsibilities to care. If this was a job title, like let's be real. Let's be real. So all I'm saying is all them past spells used to work because I cared. And that's only because y'all stuff was working on me because y'all never got to meet the mean me. Like for example, my mom, my dad, my siblings, my kids, even my grandchild and dog know Tierra really mean. That's the dark side. The shadow. See, I met my shadow side first before when I was a kid. I had both. As I grew up, all the bitterness and rejection and all that turned me more into my dark side. Then I started being real nice, and then people took my niceness for a weakness when the bitch never was weak. You get what I'm saying? I just truly, genuinely loved. But now I just don't give a fuck. So that genuine love turned to I don't give a fuck. So your spell work would never work again on me. So it's just best to just leave the situation alone. Just dead it. It's an ending. Trust me. So with that being said, I just want everybody to know it's an ending. Don't worry about it. People are buttholes, but it's an ending to it. You know what I'm saying? When you really doing when you on your divine path, it's really an ending to it. All right, people. I just thought I would drop a story time today to make sure that I can use myself as a transparency to tell people, keep your head up. It's always a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow after it rains, after the storm. Even after the flood resides, it's still a rainbow at the end. You know what I'm saying? And at the end, you still gonna get to see the pot of gold if you just hold and you got daggone have faith that you know is there. You're gonna see it. That's your manifesting that is there. Your manifestations is knowing that it's there. So I just thought that I would show that we could talk about anything up underneath the sky that always leads right back to the spirit, okay? And for those that are trying to change their spirit and have their divine path forward, I am here with you throughout it all, okay? By the way, people, please like, subscribe, do share, comment, do whatever you can to get this out on the algorithm if you think that I gave a good message. And like I said, this podcast is dedicated to do something different here and there. You will have story times from me, okay, you guys? And even between, certain topics, it's always going to be a good story time. But this one is just dedicated to story time on just change. You know what I'm saying? Just the person staying with your head up. So that's I want to be a different type of podcast. See, confirmation to bring something different because healing always comes hard when you're trying to do it for real. So I just want to be the person to tell y'all you got it. You know what I'm saying? It might look great. It might feel like you can't heal, but trust me, even if you dug yourself into a hole that you cannot get out of, trust and believe you can because sometimes you might get a person to come with some rope and help you out. Okay? And I'm waiting for my lifetime soulmate because even if it's not the person that I know to be right now, I still believe in the ancestors and my divine father and my divine mother, the cosmos, and rewriting me one, and my angels bringing them to me because I know and I have faith and knowledge that I'm do that. I'm deserve that because I'm a good person genuinely. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, keep y'all head up. And I do have other channels. I have the tarot channel that is the spiritually divine oracle teak at Cosmic Codes Tarot 101. And I have my music channel, The Spiritually Divine Teak, aka Tax Boutique, where you can find all the music that stuff that I talk about. I just put it in music form. Okay. I write everything and engineer it and push it out. Okay. So therefore, you guys, I try to bring positive word to keep you encouraged and motivated and to let you know you're not the only one that may feel or be going through this. Okay. So to the divine, excuse me, to the masculine that I know that's turning to be divine masculine. Like I said, get your head on right, boo, because the people that surround you is doing magic spells on YouTube, boo. I don't know if you caught on to it, but hey, it's always hope for the word, the weary. It's hope for the weary, those that are enemies. You know what I'm saying? And I say anything that the Father, the Divine Father, and the Divine Mother Cosmos don't like, I don't like it. Okay? So, with that being said, until our next episode, I hope y'all enjoyed yourselves. And until next time, love, peace, and see y'all later.